Hi guys, my name is Khan. I'm just a regular person and I do love the basketball, the game of basketball. Today my second guest from United States. Name is Nick Aldiero, is known as Coach Aldiero on Instagram. He's a certified I Am Possible trainer. So we're gonna talk about impossible training. We're gonna talk about his story, and I'm gonna stop talking and let him talk and see what he does. Coach, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for accepting. My first guest was Mike Dunn. He was a professional shooting coach.
Right.
Second guest is going. I mean, uh, I'm thrilled that when I actually DM people and they actually DM me back to do this Q&A to bring some value to other people. Uh, so thank you for being here, guys. Anyway, Coach, um, who are you? Who's Nick Aldera? What does he do? And most importantly, why do you do what you do?
Well, I do basketball really on the side, to be honest with you, because I'm a full-time phys ed teacher at an elementary school. I've been doing that for 12 years, and then a couple of years ago, I started an Instagram, got certified with Impossible Training, and then I just kept going every day, and I'm trying to make a full-time living out of it eventually. I would like to teach basketball full-time.
That's pretty cool, man. So you said that you're a teacher at the school, right?
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I'm a phys ed teacher at an elementary school. I've been doing that for this is my 12th year now.
Wow, that's pretty cool. See, like even with Mike Dunn, he has a 9 to 5 job, and
Right.
nobody knew about it, and that actually brought a lot of value to other people. And you do have a regular job besides the basketball business, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. I try to do both. So
Man, that's pretty cool. So, how did you get into why did you choose Impossible Training, and how did you get into training? Um, could you please talk about Impossible a little bit more?
I got into it just going over YouTube over the years, and I found Michael Lancaster, some of his videos, and I just love the attention to detail that Impossible has. It's to me he's the best in the world and an innovator in basketball. So when I saw him, and to be honest with you, I think everyone who does this pretty much learns from him. So to me, he's the best of the best. So with those details of everything that he does, I was like, I gotta learn from somebody. And when I started learning from Impossible, that I don't really know much. So there's so much to learn that I was shocked at how much I didn't know, and I'm still learning. There's a lot that I don't know. So that's the reason. His attention to detail and the way he sees the game is totally different than anyone I've ever seen. So I needed to learn from somebody.
That's pretty cool, man. By the way, guys, Michael Lancaster, you can follow him on Instagram, and I'm gonna get him in the Q&A. I got a promise from him, so he's gonna be talking about himself and impossible training too. It's
Great.
all about the details. It's all about the skill enhancement trainer. And Nick Aldiero, Coach Aldiero, is one certified impossible trainer, which means he's eligible to teach you as an impossible trainer. I mean, if you were saying that you're a beginner, I'm I'm one of them too. I've got I've studied it online, passed the test. I'm eligible now to be certified impossible trainer, but I need to work on my craft a little bit more. That's what's going to lead me to the other question, because a lot of the people right now in the world, putting the title on their Instagram saying that they are personal trainer or like skill enhancement trainer or like I don't know NBA skills trainer. But when you look at their craft, they don't really do the stuff that they were supposed to do, and you don't like you can't really say, hey, you can't just be a trainer. But when I look at your profile and you're saying that you're a skill enhancement trainer, and what you actually say matches with your action is is just awesome. So what do you think about those titles, those people who are putting, hey, I'm a trainer and I'm doing this because of the money? Um, so could you please talk about that training? Like business a little bit
Well,
more?
I don't think anybody gets into basketball training for money because, I mean, it's not. There's a lot more things you could do to make a lot more money. But I mean, people. That's what's good about the internet is that you can be whoever you want, and I guess that's what's bad about the internet is that you can be whoever you want. But over time, the people who are really into it and really love it and who are really dedicated are always gonna show. If it's somebody who's really not telling the truth about themselves, eventually, it'll come out, or they'll just stop and they'll give up. But yeah, like I said, it's good. It can be good. The internet's awesome, and the internet can be bad. But I like to look at it in a positive way.
That's pretty cool, man. Coach, what do you use to edit your videos? Like, how do you do them?
I use iMovie and I also use Apple Clips.
Apple Clips is
Yeah,
you're the one who got me into that. I knew the answer of this question.
right.
I just want people to actually learn it. Guys, Clips is awesome. If you just like sit and work on it for like I don't know, like 5-6 hours on it, and you can do pretty cool stuff. And you can actually ask Coach Aldiero how he does stuff too. He just
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to that, and I actually got that from Mike Dunn.
there you go. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Do you know what I forgot to ask that question. Do you know what Mike Dunn uses for he's doing that, not this one, but do this one, like the green.
The pictures? No, I don't know what he uses for that. Uh,
Man, I forgot to ask about it.
I'm not sure.
Well,
I was just with him a couple weeks ago, actually, before all this started. I came and helped him out training wise because he lives in New Jersey too.
yeah,
Yeah, he's a great guy.
man, I wish I was there too. Everybody who I know as a trainer lives in New Jersey right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's anyway. So, Coach, what's your plan? What do you expect from this training story? Like, what would you like to achieve as a trainer?
I think I would like to grow bigger in terms of online training. I wanna help more people, reach more people via my online training program that I have, and eventually I would like to have my own gym. So that would be as of right now, that's my vision that I have for myself.
You already have a Nick Aldiero basketball brand, right?
Uh, I mean, I guess yeah.
Why
I have a,
not?
I have a T-shirt, so
Guys, if you want to buy the T-shirt, there's only one. Just DM him, and you just gonna get the T-shirt. That's awesome. Well, I'm just kidding. So you would love to open your own skill lab, right? That's what we're talking about.
right. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a quote unquote skill lab. I want eventually I would like my own gym where people come to me to train and do more online training. Also, I would like to do both eventually.
What if someone from Europe says, "Hey, Coach Aldiero, would you like to come to Europe to teach us to the clinic? Would you rather? I mean, would you like to do that?"
Yeah, I would. I'm open to traveling.
Okay, I hope that's gonna happen too, because that's what now everybody wants to do, and everybody. Um, I mean, as a different perspective, you guys are. I don't know how to say it, but as a player, let's say talk about Turkey. Since I'm from Turkey, I'm getting lots of questions from the players and the trainers too, to get in contact with you guys, and like they're asking me, hey, is there any way that we can get DJ Sackman to Turkey, which he went to Turkey, and is there any way that we can get this coach to Turkey? Is there any way that we can do this to Turkey? Because even Michael went to Turkey and he loved it. He said, that's why I think traveling and going there and being with them face to face and touching them is kind of cool. That's why I just wanted to like throw that question to you if you would like to do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who's gonna watch this video, and maybe one trainer from somewhere in Europe is gonna watch it and like reach out to you and say, hey, would you like to do that? And that would be great. What's your advice for young players who want to be trainer, who would like to help the other kids?
Can you say that again? You kind of broke up.
It's all right. What would your advice would be to other people, let's say young players who would like to be in the training business, who would like to train other kids, or someone, let's say 40, 45 years old, but who would like to train, would like to be a personal trainer? What would you tell them? What would you say to them?
My advice would be just start. Don't. It's like anything. I mean, you could research all you want, but until you actually start, that's how you're going to really learn. You can also obviously learn from somebody else, but I think both are keys to actually start, take
Mhm.
action, and learn from somebody else. Those would be my two biggest things. Because a lot of people they think about doing something, but they don't actually do it. They research, and then they haven't ever taken action. Um, Taking action is the first step, and then I would say the second step is finding somebody to learn from. But you can learn from anybody on the internet just for free, really, if you really will pay attention and take notes. You know,
Definitely. I mean, especially on your YouTube channel, if I just go to your YouTube channel, everything is free over there if I want to learn stuff. And I mean, if if there's anybody out there who's been thinking to be a trainer, yes, it's the idea of being a trainer, which they love, but getting into action is actually keeping them away and keeping them on the couch and eating some bad stuff, and they just don't want to do stuff. Um,
right?
so, Coach, how like how is what do you think about um, young players, which I mean by like when you have young players, like what do you have now? Fourth grader, fifth grader, sixth grader, or do you have any high school players, or do you actually do sessions with them? How do you separate them? Um, how do you separate the young? I don't know how to ask this question. Like, do you have the sessions for fourth to sixth graders, then the high school, then the college?
Ideally, if you have enough gym time, I would separate um, the best you could. But when we were able to get to the gym, I mean, I was doing from second grade to eighth grade at the same time, and I would give them like a modified version. But because I only had the gym for a certain time, I only had the gym. If I only have the gym for an hour,
Mm-hmm.
then I got to put everyone together.
Just gonna do
If
it.
I had to separate, I'd probably do like say eighth grade through high school, and then maybe fourth to seventh grade, and then younger. I mean, if I was able to, that's how I would probably separate it. And if you have the gym for even longer, you can separate it even more. You can do second and third grade, fourth and fifth grades. So, it depends how much you have the gym. But is separating good? Yeah, I think it's good because then you can do things based on their age level.
Definitely.
So I would separate it by a grade or two if I had the ability to do so with the amount of gym time. I personally didn't when I was training other people recently, but if I did have it, I would separate it by a grade or two.
All right. Did you have anyone who's fourth grader really better than the eighth grader? Like the
Yeah. There's second graders that are better than the sixth grader or something like that. And then it's weird. Everybody's at
I
a
know,
different
right? Amazing.
you know.
Seeing a
There's
second grader able to do those stuff.
right, but I mean, you know what? When you're doing like, for me, like obviously, like I do skill enhancement stuff, so they're not playing against each other. So like even if we're doing a difficult skill and the second grader can't actually do it, but they're making new connections in their brain just trying and failing. So it's not, even though they can't particularly do it, it's not the worst thing in the world because number one, it teaches them how to deal with adversity, right? To keep going. And number two, like I said before, it's making connections in their brain. They're doing something that's very difficult for them and they can't do it, but they can't do it yet, right? They will be able to do it eventually. Maybe it's over their head right now, but to me, there's nothing wrong with doing something that's too difficult. You know, it's better to teach them about the attitude as opposed to like, oh, you can't do it. Let's just do something easier. But I like to teach them about, what's your attitude after you make a mistake. I think that's a great way to teach a younger kid to deal with adversity as opposed to just saying, just quit, if that makes sense.
Definitely. I mean, that's the most important key. Did you? I mean, um, how do you balance that for example, second or third grader, if do they get upset when they can't do stuff? And how do you manage? What do you tell them when they get upset? If they get upset, if they
I
can't.
I usually I
Oh,
usually I usually like before say something, like if we're going to do something that I know is difficult and that they're not going to be able to do it, I'll go over with them what I just told you, but be like, it's not, don't get frustrated, get fascinated, or don't get discouraged, get determined. Those are some phrases that I learned when I was like in college. I had a sports psychologist class when I was in college. So those are just some phrases that I use with the kids that I preface before going into something difficult about, you know, not to get frustrated, but get fascinated in what you're doing. It's okay that you can't do it. I think when you give them the freedom to fail up a little bit.
that's awesome, man. Coach, did you play basketball, college or high school, middle school?
Yeah, I played all through middle school, high school, college.
Where'd you play for college? Coach, you're frozen. Lost you. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, you froze too.
Perfect. All good now?
Yep.
Perfect. Where'd you play for college?
I went to a community college for 2 years. It's called Brookdale Community College, and then I went to Montclair State College. Both are in New Jersey.
That's pretty cool, man. Well, um, would you like if somebody wants to be an impossible trainer, would you like to tell them the step by step, then what they need to do and how they can actually become an impossible trainer from your perspective?
Um, yeah, when I did it, it was 2 years ago, so I don't know if it's different now. You're going through it now, aren't you?
Uh, I've just passed the test, so it was online that I took it. It was an online
Right.
university program, and you go through all the process and the videos, and you get a test, and you pass the test, then you get a video submission, and you train someone and send them, and you get.
Right. Yeah, that's the same thing I did. You take the test, you gotta pass it, and then you gotta submit yourself teaching. I guess it's like 15 minutes or so, like live teachings of somebody, and then it's from there. You gotta wait to see if they accept you in.
Yeah, mine was like 42 minutes.
Your video?
Yeah,
That's great. That's
I,
extra credit.
I just talk a lot, or I just over. I don't know if I overdid it, but Bryce explained me on the email like what would happen, but they mostly liked it, and I loved the training session too. I trained with one of the trainers here actually. It was pretty cool. Um, Coach, how old are you? You're frozen again. I've lost the coach. Oh, are you back?
Yep,
Perfect.
I'm here.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening with the internet. You're here?
Yep, I see you.
Awesome. Um, how old are you? I've lost the coach again. Are you here, coach? I'm just gonna wait. I don't know. Coach, are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Perfect. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what's happening with the internet.
That's okay.
Hasn't happened to me before, especially obviously people are on the internet now. So, um, coach, how old are you?
I'm 35.
35 years old?
Hmm.
That's pretty cool, man. You're so young.
How old are you?
I'm 27, almost 27. Uh, so you said you've been teaching for like 12 years for school, middle school.
Yeah,
lost the coach again. All right, let's see. Oh, you're back.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, obviously, internet is not
Yeah.
allowing me to ask the age question, so I'm just gonna get on another question and just get it done. Um,
Gotcha.
you're 25 years old, have been a teacher for middle school for 12 years, certified impossible trainer, doing a great job on the Instagram. I mean, recording yourself by yourself, right? You don't have any
Yeah, I always do it by myself. I just have a tripod.
guys. Like, if you want to learn how to actually do your stuff, um, like how to actually do stuff like record yourself with your phone and the tripod, please please text or DM him or text him. He's awesome. Just go to Instagram and check him out and see how he does stuff like zooming, like the training stuff, like the stuff that he does by himself is awesome because you have to have a time to edit, right? That's the that's the main key. Are you there, coach? Coach? Uh, coach?
I'm here.
All right, I just kind of opened the door and the internet just came back.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening, but
that's okay.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna like edit this video so that
Yeah.
you can still bring the value. What I was saying is, guys, just go on Instagram on Coach Aldiero's page and just see how he does stuff. And believe me, you're gonna take a lot of lesson from what he does. Especially like you do stuff every day, right, Coach? Man, I have no idea. Anyway, let's get it done. Coach, is there anything that you would like to tell people who want to be trainers, who want to be a basketball player, who wants to be in the basketball business, from your perspective?
Um, my perspective would be to if you really want to do it, which I'm not doing it full time, so I only know a little bit, but I just know that I've tried to be consistent over the past 2 years to put out as much stuff as possible, and I would say that consistency is the most important thing. You know, uh, like you said, add as much value as you can to people, but just like anything, whether it's physical practice or mental practice, everything is about consistency. Greatness comes from consistency. So um, I actually started trying to train because I gave up because I was like, oh, I don't have enough people. And I really regret that now because I wish I kept going from 2012 to 2020. And I could have been, I probably could have been doing this full time by then. But consistency is definitely key.
Well, what I could actually hear, like you cut off, but I got the most important part that you wish that you could just like keep training people, and you could be doing this for living, right? But you know what, coach? It doesn't actually matter. What you do is actually like even if like you do stuff at home and you do stuff in front of your house, even if doing that and sacrificing your time for other people, I think that's the most important message that we have to get from this talk, because um, I'm trying to do the same thing. We all have lives, and we don't really have to do this stuff, but it's because we really want to teach other kids and give them more value. You know, one thing, two things. Like I just talked about it today. Um, if you get you guys just get out of your couch or bed and do like I don't know, like regular stationary dribbling, or I don't know, inside out dribbling, cross them, or some footwork, man. You know, we achieve our goals. But the most important part is if you really want to do it or not. And if you want to go to the next level, please reach out to Coach Aldiero, and he's going to tell you all about it. Right, Coach?
Absolutely.
Man, you guys are awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to cover before we cut off from the internet?
No, I think you covered it all. You did a great job.
Man, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your time, and I'm going to make sure that this video is going to go to people who want to be a trainer or the players. And please reach out to Coach Aldiero on Instagram and ask him some questions too if you would like to. And thanks for joining me today. And I hope that I'm going to see you in New Jersey, right? One day, man. One day. Well, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.